Hello, it is a delight to be with you. I'm the lucky lady between Indra Nooyi and Trevor Noah. Don't you feel like I'm really lucky? So it's a delight. Thank you for spending time with us. I am going to talk about, yes, I know it's shocking, AI. Have you heard that today? But first, before we get started, I want to let you know I am not an avatar. I am an actual woman, and this presentation was not made by ChatGPT, but it may have helped a little bit. I'm going to be honest with you. There was some sourcing. So, what exactly is going on now in the world of AI? This is one of my favorite memes, and it's so appropriate. So I asked my amazing HR business partner, Melissa, I said, you're an HR professional working at a global organization. How are you using AI? How is it impacting your work? And she said, well, I'm so glad you asked, Jess. Let me tell you a little story. I wake up before the sun, and then I help teams all over the world embrace change, recover from layoffs, scrutinize comp plans, redo job architecture, work on change management with leaders across the organization. Then at some point, I feed my children, get them in bed, wipe my brow, get back on my laptop, and study AI tools. And around 11 p.m., I collapse in a heap. Does that sound familiar to anybody? Does that ring true? It is overwhelming, and we all need to be honest about that fact. So today, I would like to welcome you to the AIA, the AI Anxiety Society. We can be honest with each other about feeling excited by AI, understanding the potential, and also totally overwhelmed and confused. So you'll receive a badge at the end of the presentation today if you choose to join the society, and you pay your dues in guttural screams into the void. And we can all hug and commiserate each other. Why is it so overwhelming? I'm going to do a quick review of human history over the last 500 years. You may recall the printing press. I was born shortly after that. And we learned how to print and distribute content. Then we got through the plague. That was rough. We survived. We killed all the vampires. Then we got things like the cotton ginny. But we had hundreds of years to adjust to these technologies. We were able to learn them, integrate them into our lives, and make progress. Then look at the last 20 years. It's absolutely unbelievable. It's exciting. Humans are not driving cars anymore. I literally took a driverless car in San Francisco a couple weeks ago. Also had an anxiety society for that, but made it through. So the pace of change is exponential, and it is very hard for all of us to keep up. And we are trying to figure out how to use new devices, new technology, and prepare for spaceships to levitate cows, which is probably going to happen in about the next 10 days. So let's get honest about what it's like for all of you, for HR and TA leaders all over the world. It's rough. You are doing more with less. There's been widespread layoffs, incredible macroeconomic change. A lot of HR people feel dehumanized. They feel like incredible market uncertainty. And there's a lot of feeling of burn and churn. And we experience that with you every day. So AI, we wake up one day and we're like, ChatGPT, what the heck? Okay, we got to get into this. Some people have taken the approach, which is totally understandable, of resisting technology and trying to really lean into analog mechanisms. And they often find themselves with more manual and time-consuming work on their plate, while other people have jumped in brazenly and starting using tools that may be untested. Maybe they didn't consult with their legal departments properly in advance, and then find out, oh, well, the internet is loaded with bias, and AI is just recycling and perpetuating those. And now we're aiding, abetting, using AI to make things, maybe, possibly, in some cases, even worse than they were before. And this is a very interesting new survey from Forbes. They asked people, is AI actually making you more productive? Do you feel more efficient? And 77% of people said that it makes their workload more or higher, and they don't see the benefits yet of the efficiency of AI. And when you talk to people, people on my own team say, I'm trying to learn, I'm in marketing, all of the creative AI tools integrated into life cycle marketing. It's frankly, at this stage, in many ways, more work, which nobody has time for. So it's safe to say there is a lot of noise. And for many of us in this room, we're experimenting, using tools, seeing some benefits, and also confused and overwhelmed about how to move forward. My favorite, you saw Svenja Gudell earlier, my favorite comedic economist. She has this great quote, which she says, Gen AI will not take your job, but the people who know how to use Gen AI will. So, are you glad that you joined the Anxiety Society? Is your cortisol level a little higher than it was? Okay, I'm succeeding. Okay, good. And then people say, just experiment, just play with AI, get out there and play. Who has time to play? It makes me want to put on a giant panda suit and knock my mainframe computer off of my desk. You know that feeling. At Indeed, our mission is to help people get jobs, and we firmly believe that AI will make us more efficient and let us focus on the human part of our job, which is why we got into this industry in the first place. So, HR people, many of you TA people, are starting to use tools, and about 35% are using AI tools for things like budgeting, compliance. People are starting to use and hopefully using Indeed tools that have AI baked in, starting to use it to summarize resumes and write job descriptions. So 35-ish% of people have a foot in the water, and that is great. That means a ton of people don't. And there's a lot going on, a lot to figure out. We've recently done some work well-being research that showed that people are very hopeful and optimistic about the impact of AI, even if they're scared now and not yet using it. 66% of people surveyed believe that it will improve the hiring and candidate experience, it will improve employee satisfaction at work, and 65% of people believe in the long run it will reduce stress. So let's try to get there faster. So the bullseye for your organization, for your role, are all very different. And I'd like to try to cut through the AI cuckoo today and give you hopefully some very practical ideas about how to use AI in your daily life to make your life easier, faster, and more human. So, as you heard Chris touch on a little bit this morning, we ground everything that we do in the AI realm in our responsible AI principles. And we think this is a very helpful way to ground everyone in the company on why we do what we do and how, and help us learn and grow together and avoid some of the technology pitfalls that many of us are experiencing. We are job seeker first. We believe that what we do for job seekers, if it helps them, it also helps employers. We center ourselves in fairness and equity. We listen, we learn, and when we make a mistake, we acknowledge it, and we apologize, and we correct it. We believe hiring is fundamentally human, and we try to innovate responsibly. And we refer back to these principles all of the time. These are ours. They work for our company. They're based on our values. I hope that many of you have developed AI principles. If not, I think it is a very helpful communications tool for your employee base and keeps you on the right path together. Then in our products, as you know, we have begun working with OpenAI, and we are leveraging GPT technology to power better personalized recommendations in our Invite to Apply features, which sends job recommendations to job seekers based on their resumes, Indeed profiles, and qualifications. And our GPT integration allows us to enhance the personalization of these features. And in A/B testing, we are seeing a 20% increase in started applications and a 13% improvement in downstream hiring effectiveness. So taking all of our data, all of our insights about job seekers and employers, Integrating that with GPT is getting better results for you and job seekers. We have AI in so many of our products. We are making it easy and accessible for you. Nearly a dozen of our products include OpenAI technology. The two most popular ones, hopefully many of you have used it, are AI job description generator, which has been used on over 7.5 million jobs this year. It combines OpenAI technology with our proprietary AI to create job descriptions in under 5 seconds. How many people have spent hours working on job descriptions, and then you never think you quite get it right? Well, we know all of the insights about what is relevant to job seekers, and our AI allows you to create job descriptions more quickly, but also that are more effective. And when people use this job description generator, they see a 16% increase in applications. So you're getting better results, and it's faster and easier. Then, in our smart sourcing product, which many of you are testing and using, we use AI to summarize and analyze resumes to explain why a candidate could be a great fit for a role and to point out potential gaps in a candidate's experience. And that is part of why 86% of people using smart sourcing agree that we give them the best qualified candidates for their roles. So these are just a few ways that we're baking AI into our products, make it easy and seamless for you. And the more that employers and job seekers use these products, the better these tools become because they learn over time. So beyond our own products, I'm going to share a couple of notes about how we're educating and bringing AI throughout Indeed as a company internally, which is an upskilling task for all of us and for all of your organizations. First, we have created specialized AI learning pathways. We work with Indeed, they're our learning provider. And so we have different AI learning pathways for different functions. We have identified AI champions in each department who are charged with assessing tools, educating teams, working with IT and legal and various groups to ensure that we're leveraging tools across departments as well as possible. And we have created something called the Boost program, which helps Indeedians learn new skills. So we're taking people from customer success, sales, et cetera, putting them through technology classes. So we are trying to be an incubator and an educator internally, and we're seeing people are so excited to explore new opportunities. I'm also now going to tell you about a few tools that we use from the outside world, from partners, that we're getting great results from, that are super easy to embrace. Many of you, I'm sure, have heard of Grammarly. I'm in marketing, so writing really matters to me. And it helps our teams learn to write more effectively. It's also super useful through its AI implementation to help people writing in English as a second language. Zoom has amazing AI features. Hopefully, if you use Zoom as a platform, they have auto-generated transcripts of meetings, saves an incredible amount of time, allows you to share notes and insights with people so quickly. We love it. And we also use Reclaim AI, which is a calendar organization tool and is really helping people with managing work-life balance through their calendars. Then another one that I remembered yesterday, and we didn't have time to get it on the slide, is Yodlee. Have you heard of Yodlee AI? This is an amazing AI-guided speech analysis and coaching tool. You can give a keynote presentation to the AI. You can prep for an interview, and it will analyze your speaking. Are you using filler words? Are you talking too fast? Are you using jargon? And actually provides you with excellent speaking coaching. So it's pretty slick. We also are using a tool called Glean, which is an AI tool across the company that allows people to search for org charts, find that long-lost Google document that everybody's been eager to rediscover. And it's a great way to save people time and connect people to information in the company. Now I'll tell you about a couple of examples from companies that we know about that we think are pretty cool. Anybody here from Nestle? Got Nestle in the house? So Nestle has built something called Nest GPT. They leverage GPT technology to help people work on writing, research, product development. It's used across many, many functions. And they say it's saving employees on average 45 minutes a week. So that's pretty slick. And then at IBM, I love this example of how IBM is using AI for skills and career development. They have an online employee directory, and it contains information on people's backgrounds, certifications, experience, and then they use their internal AI tool to recommend courses people should take, new careers and job paths to explore, and find new roles in the company. So they are proactively using an AI tool as a skills assessment and a cross-training and career development tool, which is pretty cool. So I've rattled off a number of names. The truth of the matter is the time is now to get in there and try these things. The reality is people will not get hired if they don't have experience using AI tools now in many industries, not all, but many industries. So I encourage you and your teams to get in there, and you don't need to just play. You can actually use tools and make real progress today. And I think that AI shows that our capacity for constant learning and development and reinventing ourselves as professionals is more important than ever. And we don't need to be anxious about it. We can be honest about the failures and the successes and lower our cortisol. Thank you for attending the inaugural meeting of the Anxiety Society. Just one more panda. I had to get a couple pandas in. Let's not be sad, lonely pandas in the rain. Let's be happy pandas scratching our backs in the sun. All right, I'm going to leave you with pandas. Thank you, everyone.